Right now, live at 5, protests continue over the leaked information regarding a Supreme Court decision on Roe v. Wade. Now lawmakers are trying to find a way around the possible ruling. Plus, a Wisconsin community is preparing to welcome new visitors as the cruise ship season gets underway. And later, a new report from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency shows just how ready Minnesota is for the impacts of climate change.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Vaki. Briggs is off tonight. The political fallout is growing over the leak of a Supreme Court majority draft opinion from February suggesting Roe v. Wade should be overturned. The document was first reported by Politico. President Biden says more could be at stake if the landmark ruling is struck down. Natalie Brand has more from Washington.
As demonstrators remained outside of the U.S. Supreme Court for the second straight day, President Joe Biden took aim at Republicans and supporters of his predecessor.
What are the next things that are going to be attacked? Because this MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history and recent American history.
On Capitol Hill, Democratic lawmakers are vowing to hold a vote on legislation to make Roe v. Wade federal law.
Every single American is going to see where every single senator stands.
But with the filibuster and a 50-50 Senate, there's little to no chance of passage because Democrats need at least 60 votes. The issue is poised to galvanize voters on both sides heading into this year's elections.
Those decisions should be made by the elected representatives of the people back in the various states.
The leaked draft opinion was circulated internally among justices in February. The final decision isn't expected until late June or early July, but already states and healthcare providers are preparing. At the heart of the Supreme Court case is a Mississippi law that bans most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. Volunteers who escort patients to what's known as the Pink House say they aren't shocked. It's the state's only remaining abortion clinic.
What we wanted it to be was the protesters went away, and this could be normal health care like it should be. Unfortunately, that's not the reason we won't be needed anymore.
Abortion access in Pennsylvania will remain legal and safe.
Democratic governors are vowing to protect or expand abortion rights. More than 20 GOP-led states have laws that would restrict abortions should the nearly 50-year-old precedent be struck down. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Federal lawmakers from both parties have criticized the leak of the Supreme Court document as unethical and shocking. Chief Justice John Roberts has called for an investigation. The man who killed George Floyd will soon be sentenced in his federal trial. Derek Chauvin's plea agreement in his federal civil rights case has been accepted by a judge. In it, Chauvin pleaded guilty to violating Floyd's civil rights. He'll be sentenced to 20 to 25 years in federal prison. Chauvin was already sentenced to 22.5 years for his state conviction. Both sentences will be served concurrently, meaning he won't spend a total of more than 25 years behind bars. An embarrassed woman has been charged after allegedly drinking, getting high, and falling asleep on her infant daughter, killing her. Sarah DeClusen has been charged with second-degree manslaughter and child endangerment from the January death of her daughter in Mora. According to criminal complaint, the girl's father came home to find DeClusen sleeping on the couch with their 5-month-old daughter pressed between her and the cushion. When first responders arrived, the girl was pale, not breathing, and had no pulse. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. An autopsy determined the cause of death as asphyxia. DeClusen initially told investigators someone must have moved the child while she was sleeping, but a neighbor reported to Child Services that DeClusen came to their door that night and said she had been drinking, smoking meth, and had taken Valium. According to the complaint, another neighbor told investigators DeClusen was telling people around her not to talk to law enforcement. If convicted, she faces up to 15 years in prison. Officers will be patrolling the streets of Superior this week from the sky. Starting Friday, the Wisconsin State Patrol will be keeping an eye out for traffic violations from planes in Douglas County. It's an effort to improve public safety. Officials say it's much easier to spot drivers who are speeding or driving aggressively from the air. State Patrol pilots will report violations to ground crews to initiate a traffic stop. And we now know when Superior's mayor will deliver his annual State of the City address. Mayor Jim Payne's speech will be at 6 p.m. Thursday, May 12th at the old post office on Tower Avenue. You can tune in to CBS 3 on air or online for a recap of his speech. In a little less than a month, Viking cruise ships will hit the water on the first of many 8-day tours. With just a few weeks to go until the ships arrive, CBS 3's Quinn Gorham takes a look at the preparations one Northland community is making.
Bayfield, Wisconsin, the gateway to the Apostle Islands and a beautiful summer getaway for thousands of tourists each year. But this summer, the city is welcoming some new faces, and they're coming by boat. Viking Cruise Line's Great Lakes cruises will arrive in the small town at the end of this month. With just under 500 residents, the city relies on summer tourism for the majority of its yearly economic growth. Preparations for the cruise began about 2 years ago when Viking asked city leaders if they wanted to be a destination for their new cruise line. Now, after some pandemic-related setbacks, the city is ready to welcome the tourist attraction. Ted Doherty with the Bayfield Harbor Commission says their biggest task was making sure they had a screening station ready.
So it included us, or the city, coming up with a facility security plan, hiring a facility security officer. Those plans have to be submitted through the Coast Guard. And it actually entails a secure area.
Viking offered the city of Bayfield $95,000 to fund the new screening station. That money will help fund things like fencing, security agents, and the necessary infrastructure to screen all the passengers. Ships will dock out on Lake Superior, and guests will be shuttled into the harbor to explore.
Thanks, Quinn. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from a local business owner who says she can't wait to welcome the new guests. Dave joins us now for a look at the weather. Dave, those folks will be arriving to hopefully some nice weather if today is any tell.
Yeah, we have broken the back on winter here finally. It took till the start of May to get rid of it this year, and you never know, it could come back next week. But this week it looks high and dry and lovely for at least the first half of the week. Talking about temperatures, well, the cooler by the lake net by the shoreline keeps shrinking. Yeah, we still had some 40s today, like in Grand Marais and in Superior, but even Proctor got 55, 63 for Orr, International Falls and Big Fork, 64 high temp so far for Moose Lake, 62 Hayward. Also, Solon Springs not too far behind, 62 for Watersmeet, and even 53 to 55 from Ashland to Ironwood isn't too bad at all. And conditions like that should continue through Saturday. That persistent high pressure cell is going to keep it more sunny than anything, at least through Saturday. Although some clouds are going to try to creep into Wisconsin and Michigan tonight from that low off towards the southwest, but the high is going to keep any rain from happening. So our short-term forecast talks about a partly cloudy sky tonight, a mostly sunny sky for Minnesotans tomorrow, and high temps in the mid-50s closer to the lake, 60s again possible inland. Things are changing on Sunday. Will it be a big deal for rain this time around? Any thunderstorms coming across as well? Well, I'll talk about the odds of that in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, tomorrow is Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Awareness Day. Details on Ely's community art installation and other events coming up next.
My experience with the instructors at the Lakota Ojibwe College has been great. They always find a way to incorporate Ojibwe cultural teachings. It's important to me because we want to keep those teachings alive and pass it on from generation to generation.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Holden Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
But my family has noticed that I smile for the first time in 20 years. And not only do I smile a lot now. And it's one great feeling. It made the difference between me having really awful teeth to somebody who is going around grinning like an idiot.
Never be afraid to smile again. Call Lake Dental today for your free smile analysis.
Duluth Pack is the oldest canvas and leather pack and bag maker in the United States of America. Nobody else can say that. We are the one. This year in 2022, we are celebrating our 140th consecutive year in business. Duluth Pack, being a historic company, has been here a long time, and we are so excited for the next 140 years.
At Johnsonville, we ask crazy questions every day. Like, what if we made strips of sausage that look like bacon? Would they taste better than bacon? Turns out 1 in 4 Americans like Johnsonville sausage strips better than bacon. Then we asked, can someone who likes sausage strips better than bacon still be considered American? Then we remembered, you can't spell sausage without USA. Johnsonville sausage strips, better than bacon, and possibly more American.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Glen Sheen Mansion tonight. Another calm and sunny evening for the region. A welcome sight after weeks and weeks of rain and those cold temps. Dave will be in with more on the forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. Celebrating a long-standing education and research program in Superior and an event for expecting mothers tomorrow in Duluth. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Ely, where several businesses are taking part in a National Day of Remembrance. May 5th is Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women's Awareness Day. The Front Porch Coffee and Tea, Ely's Historic State Theater, and Crapola will all be hanging red dresses in their offices as part of the Red Dress Project. It's an installation that highlights the rise in cases of violence against Indigenous women. Story Portage in Ely has put together the community's events, including a screening of Wind River at Ely's Historic State Theater tomorrow. Next, we'll head to Superior, where a local organization is celebrating 50 years. Wisconsin Sea Grant is a statewide education program that focuses on sustainable use of the Great Lakes. Every year, they host a series of community presentations called their River Talk Series. They will wrap up the latest season next Wednesday with a celebration of the past 50 years and a preview of what they hope to accomplish in the next 50. The in-person event will be held at the Lake Superior Estuarium starting at 6:30. And we wrap up in Duluth tonight with an event for moms ahead of Mother's Day weekend. Tomorrow, the group Duluth Mom will be hosting their 6th annual Bloom event. Held at the Garden in Canal Park, the evening is geared toward currently pregnant moms or those who have given birth in the last year. The night features educational resources, expert advice, giveaways, and connections to local resources and to other moms. Partners are also welcome. Tickets must be purchased in advance. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, a new MPCA study shows just how ready Minnesota towns are for climate change. What they found coming up.
And we keep creeping back towards normal. Today, 55 in the Twin Forks, only 3 degrees shy this time of the normal of 58. So inland areas got into the 60s, lakeside towns, many of them into the 50s. How long will this trend last? Well, there is an expiration date before the sunshine goes away and the clouds and rain return. Will it knock down the temperatures? We'll talk about that after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
More Americans are growing their own vegetables than ever before. At Garden Mats, we're here to help people supplement their food supply with fresh, organic vegetables. Whether you are a beginner, novice, or master gardener, Garden Mats make gardening a breeze. Spend your summers trying to keep up with each other, not your weeds. Go to gardenmats.com and plan your garden today.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get 25% off after spending $25 when you order online. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Interstate Battery has the perfect battery to get you out on the water. Power up your summer with a battery you can depend on. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior or at your nearest Interstate Batteries dealer. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
For over 20 years, Breeze Roofing has been totally dedicated to getting the job done right, and done right now. We pride ourselves on being the highest quality exterior remodelers in the area. Call Breeze for all your roofing needs.
In a little less than 4 weeks, cruise ships are arriving here in Bayfield. We tell you what they can expect coming up.
Temperatures keep taking little baby steps upward this week. I'll talk about how long they'll keep marching in just a bit.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we are keeping our eye on the North Shore, one of the last vestiges of winter up there. Here's a live look at what's going on around Grand Portage, where there is still snow on the ground out there in the woods and piled up in the parking lots. Well, many of us this week have finally shed the last traces, or almost the last traces. I still have a little pile in front of my garage on the north side, and I'm patiently waiting for that to go away. Anyway, we're all waiting for it to go away, and that should happen soon, and hopefully in time for ice out for fishing opener this weekend for Minnesota, and or actually for Wisconsin. That's what I'm getting at. And the following week for Minnesota and the UP. Temperature trends should be supportive of that because we just seem to be getting warmer every day and could do that through the weekend even when the clouds start coming back by Sunday. We'll show you the 7-day in just a bit. Right now we eye up the current conditions, Duluth International, right about here, this part of town. 49 degrees there with sunshine. Wind is southeasterly, 13 miles per hour, relative humidity 54%, and air pressure definitely high at 30.22 inches of mercury. Current temps inland, upper 50s to about 60 for interior parts of Minnesota. Cooler by the lake means about 41 to 50 degrees there. South Shore numbers are very similar, but getting an eye into inland parts of Wisconsin, fairly warm towards Hayward at 62, even 52 in Ashland. You can't complain about that too much. Folks there are sharing that with Odena and Ironwood and Bessemer and Hurley as well, 63 in Watersmeet. Temperatures similar tomorrow and could be even just a little bit warmer as this warming trend and dry trend continue for a couple more days. Thanks to persistent high pressure parked right over the upper Midwest, keeping this little trough of lower pressure up and around our area tonight and keeping this low bubbling up from the southwest at bay as well. Though the spillover, the clouds aloft from this warm front could go towards the mostly cloudy side tonight for Wisconsin and Michigan while it stays partly cloudy in Minnesota. But the high should keep the precip away like it's doing right now. It's trying to creep towards Brainerd, but in general for our area, yeah, it is keeping those clouds from kicking out anything and may continue to do so until Sunday. That's our next rain chance. So high pressure valiantly standing its ground here in the upper Midwest while a low rumbles down through the lower Midwest, setting us up for another low to come out of the Rockies, perhaps indeed by Sunday, to finally bring back the clouds to our area and kick out a rain chance that could last for a couple of days and could include some thunderstorms. Tonight, it's calm. Partly cloudy in Minnesota, low temps, I'm thinking about 30 up north to 35 down south. Into Wisconsin and Michigan we go, where it could be a little cloudier and then a little warmer. Lows there, 32 to 35. For tomorrow, partly sunny for Wisconsin and the UP with 57 by the lake going to 65 down towards Trigo and Hayward. And in Minnesota, 40s by the lake, 55 to 65 inland with sunshine. Extended forecast says partial sunshine at least possible all the way through Saturday. Temperatures for the head of the lakes in the mid to upper 50s, meaning warmer inland. Then we go towards the 60s even for lakeside communities Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But That comes with cloud cover and 50 to 60% chances for showers and even a couple of thunderstorms.
Thanks, Dave. 1 in 4 communities across Minnesota don't have plans to address extreme weather events caused by climate change. That's according to the MPCA. A new survey shows the number of communities combating climate change across Minnesota. Nearly 400 across the state participated. More than 80% said they have endured more extreme weather. Some of that includes excessive rainfall, drought, and flooding. Biwabic City Administrator Jeff Jacobson was one of the leaders of the survey. He says climate change goes beyond just environmental issues. It hurts small-town economies.
The ski hill is not able to provide the right amount of snow in the winter or the water that's required to keep the golf courses going in the summer. That has a major impact on our visitors.
The MPCA is urging legislators to pass a $21 million bill to improve stormwater infrastructure, as well as $55 million to increase resiliency action. That ranges from stream bank restoration to tree planting. And if this winter seemed like a long one, according to a local ski resort, it is the longest one they have ever seen. Lutsen Mountains will be open this Saturday, May 7th, for one last day of skiing. Eagle Mountain will have 10 to 12 runs open. They expect to still have a base of 30 inches of snow and bright blue skies. What more can you ask for? It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies in Duluth. This is Gummy Bear. She is an 11-month-old kitty looking for a place to call home. Our friends at the shelter say she can be a little shy at first, but loves attention once you get to know each other. Additionally, she is FIV positive and will need to go to a home with no other cats or ones that are also FIV positive. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Gummy Bear, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, researchers are testing a new UV light that could be key to stopping the spread of airborne illnesses. How it works next.
Rental cars are in high demand, but now there's another option. Rent a Toyota RAV4 or Sienna from Cary Toyota in Superior. Current models fill the rental fleet at competitive pricing. Rent for a single day or save with a weekly rental rate. Enjoy the reliability of Toyota on your next road trip. Unlimited mileage is automatically included when you rent at Cary Toyota in Superior. That's right, unlimited miles. You don't have to buy a new car to drive a new car. Call Cary Toyota in Superior to reserve your rental vehicle today. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
Oh, is that what I think it is? The new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup? Boom! Oh, that's Girl Scout Thin Mints. New Oreo Dirt Pie, yum. Drumstick with peanuts, cotton candy. Oh, more summer flavors. Official treat of MLB. I'm gonna eat them all. This is fun. Hey, does that mean we won? Oh, but it was close. Oh, yeah, I hear ya. But just looking around, like, that's a lot of smiles, so looks like a win to me. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Here at locally owned Adolphson Real Estates, we are ready to help you find the perfect space to fit your business's needs with no extra fees. Own nearly 8,000 square feet of prime Superior Street frontage in the heart of the Duluth Business District. Please call our Duluth office for more details. Call us today to schedule a tour at Adolphson Real Estate.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You saw high commission investment products, right?
Nope, Fisher avoids them.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Never at Fisher Investments.
Okay, then you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No. We structure our fees so we do better when clients do better. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Here at Nicolay Law, we've been really fortunate to have people that have worked here for over a decade, to have people that are friends, to people that are family members, and that transfers over to a unique law firm, a law firm that wins for our clients because of that unique relationship, that connection, that dedication, that watching each other's back, and that everyone here wants to help each other, and more importantly, wants to help each other's clients.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
A weekend sledding event bringing the whole community together.
Fewer boundary water permits are available this year.
We're checking in with mushers to see how things are going on day 2 of the Bear Creek Sled Dog Marathon.
What one Esco family is thankful for.
The latest details on a massive fire that has shut down an entire Duluth.
About the idling of Cleveland Cliffs mines and Silver
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, tune to live, local CBS 3. Don't let the weather ruin your day. Dave Anderson, Peter Kavitkauskas, and Bo Fogel. The CBS 3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms.
We know the risk of COVID transmission is much less outside. Now, researchers are testing new technology that could make indoor air as safe as outdoor. Michael George reports.
As these dental students practice on mannequins, this lamp is disinfecting the air.
We're excited because we're the first ones to test it.
Researchers at Columbia University are trying out a new kind of ultraviolet light called far UVC light. Dr. David Brenner says unlike the UV light currently used to sterilize hospital rooms and equipment when people are not around, these lamps use a different wavelength that is not known to be harmful to people.
This far UVC light really can't penetrate into our skin or into our eyes.
Dr. Brenner co-authored new research showing far UVC light took less than 5 minutes to kill 98% of indoor airborne microbes, which means it could possibly reduce the transmission of diseases such as flu and COVID.
We know there are going to be new variants that haven't reached us yet. And the nice thing about far UVC is it should be effective against every type of virus.
The lamps can be installed in the ceiling and cost about $200 each. Dr. Brenner says we could one day see these in hospitals, schools, and on planes.
Where are we transmitting COVID? Where are we transmitting influenza? It's almost entirely indoors because you have so much ventilation outdoors. I think what we have achieved with far UVC is the equivalent of stepping outside.
Dr. Stephen Erdy is excited the research is being tested at a dental clinic, since many microbes in the mouth can get into the air.
This is a great opportunity to decrease that load so that when the patients are here, providers are safer and other patients in the same facility are safer.
A potential game changer that could possibly prevent the next pandemic. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Scientists say another advantage to this UV technology is that viruses and bacteria cannot develop a resistance, which can happen with vaccines and drugs.
Coming up, it's a busy news day. The Federal Reserve announces the biggest interest rate increase in more than 20 years. What it will mean for Americans looking to finance homes and cars. What you need to know. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Don't fall behind in your child's routine care. Schedule a well child check today. Same-day appointments are available. Visit EssentiaHealth.org.
Only outdoors with 11% off power equipment at Menards. Make yard cleanup a breeze with Greenworks. This innovative 2-in-1 electric pole and chainsaw makes it easy to cut branches and logs. It's $79.99 after 11% rebate. Tackle your toughest jobs with Generac, whether it's powering up your next project or stripping down the toughest grind. Generac's got you covered. Save 11% on all Generac outdoor power equipment now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota Healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Link RV is proud to provide our customers with the largest RV service facility in northern Wisconsin. With an enormous parts and accessories department and technicians with over 100 years of combined RV service experience, we'll keep you camping all season long. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
Not all internet is priced this good. Switch to Extreme and go super fast for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Oh yeah, hook up your home with powerful Wi-Fi, 99.99% reliability, and speeds that are FCC proven to be faster than advertised. Not all internet is priced this good. Switch today and get speeds starting at 100 meg for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we were in Bayfield today as the community gears up to welcome cruise line visitors to their town. Thanks to $95,000 from Viking Cruises, the city has set up a screening station that will help with security as all of these new people come to town. The first boat makes its way into the port later this month. And tonight at 6, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. We stopped by the Cloquet Library today where students of all ages were celebrating the men and women who make it all happen. A thank you to teachers tonight at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.